Hi everybody and welcome to Big Mama's Kitchen. Today I'm going to make some homemade pasta, but not your regular pasta. This pasta is used for pasta fagioli, so it's a very basic pasta. I've got 500 grams of flour. I'm going to put about 2 tablespoons of oil and some water. I've got 200 mils roughly of water, but I'm going to see how we go with the mix. Hopefully this will work out, because if it doesn't work, I'm going to scrap it and go to the shops and buy my pasta. Okay, so we bring it in, work it in. Now this one is such a basic, traditional kind of old-fashioned pasta that we're not even using eggs. That's why it's not like your basic, pasta. Okay, I think I'm going to need more water because I've got a fair bit of flour here. Now this pasta tends to be quite firm. It's a very rigid pasta. So when you cook it, when you eat it, you can actually feel that texture, the firmness under your teeth. Okay, so it's all come together. Scrape everything up. And we're going to give it a good knead now. Get some of that elbow grease happening. And once I've kneaded this for a good 5 to 10 minutes, I'm going to rest it for a little bit. It's a good workout. Okay, so I've rested my pasta dough for a good 25 to 30 minutes and it feels beautiful. So now I'm going to cut a piece. And with this pasta, I want to roll it. Now, you can use the pasta machine for this, but I'm going old school. some reason I prefer doing it this way to the pasta machine. This business of doing all this is too hard for me. This is easier. And because this is such a hard, strong dough, it's easy enough to roll it by hand. We want it fairly thin because it's quite a mouthfeel when you eat this pasta. Okay. We're not striving for perfection. Just want a little bit more flour. Okay, now with this one, I'm just going to roll it like this, and then I'm just cutting corners like this. So then when we unroll it, that's what you have, just pieces like that. Okay, I'll keep going with this and I'll show you when I'm finished.
I can feel your heart racing, 'cause everybody knows, yeah, everybody knows. And I can feel your body shaking every single touch. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. I find it so hard being addicted to your love. I find it so hard being addicted to your touch. I find it so hard knowing that you are just my drug. And I find it so hard knowing you treating me like a mark. We ain't gotta talk about it right now, 'cause every time we talk about it, you stare at the floor. Give me the stars like I don't right now. You gotta go, baby. We ain't gotta talk about it right now, 'cause every time we talk about it, you stare at the floor. Give me the stars like I don't right now. You gotta go, baby. I can feel your heart racing, 'cause everybody knows, yeah, everybody knows. And I can feel your body shaking every single touch. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes. I can feel your heart racing.
Okay, so now I'm on to my pasta fagioli part of the cook. So I've got some celery, some onion and some garlic. Just going to chop it up small. And 2 potatoes. then 2 tomatoes that I've boiled and skinned. These are hot. What a mess. So here I've got my boiled beans. These are red kidney beans. They've been boiled for a good couple of hours, and that's how they come out. And then I've cooked some of the beans with some leftover greens that I had, leaves from cauliflower and so forth. And so I boiled my leaves, and there's, now this is something separate. The reason I'm showing you this dish, my greens and beans, kidney beans, is because I'm actually using the pot that I cooked those greens and beans in, because there's a whole lot of flavour in there. So here we go with the continuation of my pasta fagioli. So there's a whole lot of flavour in here from having cooked the greens and the beans previously. In goes my oil. That's a fair bit of oil, but I want that oil there because there's going to be a fair bit of stuff going in. And I'm going to throw in my celery, onion and garlic. To that, I'm going to add some chili flakes, guys, if you like chili. If you don't like chili, you can just use a little bit or just don't use it at all. You can use fresh chili with this, but I'm using my chili flakes. Yep, we like a fair bit. So all that flavour that's at the bottom of the pan is going to be incorporated into this. Always remember flavours, like when you make roasts and things like that. Save your save all the juices if you don't make a gravy with it, and use it as a stock for anything else. Don't throw your pan juices away. Okay, so that's looking pretty good. I had 2 tomatoes in the fridge, so I've boiled them and skinned them, and they're going in. Love that sizzle. And as well as that, I'm putting in a can of diced tomatoes. And yeah, I'll do my rinse on my can. Now I want this to cook off for about 3 minutes or more. My tomatoes cooked off beautifully, so I'm going in with my pre-cooked beans. These are soaked overnight and then boiled for a good couple of hours. And I'm also going to add some very small pieces of potato. I've chopped some potato with some water as well. And that's going to go in. This is going to help to thicken the sauce as well. And I'm going to add more water. I've already boiled my kettle. And I'm going to cook this off for probably a good half hour to 45 minutes before I add my homemade pasta. So on with our lid, and let's just let it simmer and do its thing. Bubbles and trouble and toil and bubbles, whatever the hell it is. Look at my fagiolis boiling away. I've put 3 heaped teaspoons of salt in there. It's not a lot because once I put my pasta, it's going to need that, because you know you would ordinarily salt your pasta water. This is basically doing the same thing. I'm going to put some pepper in there as well. Yes, pepper as well as chili. Punish. And I'm going to let that simmer for a little bit longer, and then we'll add the pasta. Okay, so we're going in with our pasta now. Very carefully, trying not to make it stick. Spread it out. Now, you can still make this dish with a pasta that you buy. I'm just making it like this today because it reminds me of my youth. The way we used to do things. So I'm going to let this cook off for a little bit now. Ah, beautiful. And that pasta's going to thicken that all up. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. Like my new apron, peeps? Can you see that? Food for all the fuckers. Will you look at how this motherfucker has thickened up? Okay, and now I'm going to leave it to cool a little bit, because that'll thicken up even more and it'll be at a good temperature to eat it. So you want to let this sit for at least 15 minutes, even up to half an hour, because it'll retain the heat. When I serve it up, I'm going to show you, your mouth is going to water. Water, baby. Yeah. So look at my stoop, people. Look at how beautiful. Look at that. That pasta is just luscious. Silky. I'm going to serve some up. Messy. I'm going to put some cheese in there, because you can't not have Parmesan cheese or pecorino cheese with this. You need something like that. So here we go, little bit of cheese. And now I'll tell you what I honestly think. Oh my God. It's like my childhood. That pasta is just melting in your mouth. Oh my God. God damn. So good. Guys, even if you don't make the pasta yourself, try and make the pasta fagioli. Look at the beans, the pasta, the potato, all together. Winter's coming, this is what you want. It's just, let me get some of everything. I just don't want to I don't want to burn my mouth, that's all. Delicious. Honey, you want some of this for dinner? No, this is mine. This one's all mine. Bye. Oh, you're still there. Bye, everyone.